What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. The Sharks are going streaking through the quad. KFC is not open. It's definitely cold outside. They've lost 7 in a row, baby. You know, like the closer to midnight counter that the scientists always put out, like how close the world is to destruction or whatever. I feel like it's just like ticking off, or this is like a bomb, like Nakatomi. Is it Nakatomi Plaza? Die Hard. Just like counting down. Like we've got to be at like 1 second or 0 seconds, and the bomb's about to go off. I don't know what else they got to do. But lost in overtime, 4-3 to the Ducks. Lost 7 in a row. Lots of random things happened. Yeah, Sharks hockey. Feel it, baby.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Definitely getting a corporate email about that opening. I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius. Back with me as always is co-host JD. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I didn't figure out
the popcorn shrimp to my chicken tenders. I don't know.
The biscuit's the best part, anyway.
Yeah. Are you a Popeyes guy or a Church's guy? Or some weird Fresno thing?
I partake in all chicken, and I will. Yes.
Your chicken. It's not agnostic. Your chicken polytheistic.
Yeah.
You just go to all of them.
All of them have their. Actually, you know what? Canes is. They've opened up 2 Canes in Fresno. Very exciting.
Is that Raising Canes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's like a Southern American exclusive.
Yeah, but they're making their way out here, and I'm very excited. So
what's the other? Is Bojangles a chicken place like in the South?
Bojangles is also a chicken place, and Zaxby's, if you're in the South, is really good too. But anyway,
South, they like their chicken.
They do like their chicken.
I do got to say, Popeyes. I think I'm a Popeyes guy for the most part, but like Popeyes has like a really high floor, and their ceiling's like pretty good. But Church's has a really low floor, but a really good Church's is really good. I don't know. I find Church's is more varied. Like the Church's honey biscuit isn't honey enough. It's so trash.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's a completely different biscuit than Popeyes. But anyway, this isn't Doughboys. This is Locked On Sharks with the content boys. I don't know.
This was an interesting game. There's a lot of subplots.
A lot of things happened.
A lot of stuff happened. Should we start before the game, or do you want to start? What's your big takeaway from the game? Because
I think the big takeaway. Let's go in reverse order.
Okay,
it's always good. So people want. I think the big takeaway is that it's officially time to put the stake in the Sharks, and they need to start selling. I don't know how you can look at a game that was. I guess they played better than. They have been, but at the same time, they went down early by a goal. It is the Ducks. They're not even in the playoffs, but they went down early by a goal again. They got smoked on the 5-by-5 play. Like if they didn't have special teams, this game would have been over a long time ago. Yeah, they get a little unlucky that Stolarz is playing amazing. Sure, but I don't think they're really generating a lot of net front presence. When you look at the heat maps, the Ducks is like glowing orange in front of the net, and the Sharks is kind of like
the Brent Burns. I'm just going to keep firing bombs. So, it worked for him tonight. I mean, the Brent Burns.
Well, it didn't though. That's the thing.
He did score 3 points, but at the same time,
but he also let in 3 goals.
The Brent Burns experience.
Like the first goal was 100% him just yeeting himself.
But
out
the
of the
starfish, Kyle. Did you see the starfish?
He didn't even touch the puck. He just got lucky that Sam Steele left it. Like. And the second
Sam goal was like, I don't know what to do now.
He's like, oh no, this man's on the ice. The sniper in the building.
Do you need help, old man? Did you have a heart attack, old man?
maybe they thought they were recreating the famous Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, The Fan.
Yeah.
And somebody had died. But the second goal, Rickard Rakell, who's 3 inches shorter and at least 30 pounds lighter than Brent Burns, just goes around him and gets to the net. And yeah, the rebound was janky and stuff. But if Rakell's not standing there, less likely the puck goes in. So Brent Burns giveth and Brent Burns taketh away, and I mean,
perfectly
the giveth
balanced.
away is just like egregious.
Perfectly balanced tonight, Brent Burns.
Burnseth.
Brent Burns. He so our friends at Hockey Stat Cards who don't know actually I think they know he exists. But anyway, his -2 defense, over 3 offense. So yes, very Brent Burns type game. So
Couture was asked about Burns. He said he's playing a lot back there with Carly, which is Erik Karlsson, out. He's carrying the offensive load. He's playing really well. But he's not.
What's he gonna say?
Anyway. I know that, but like I think that's kind of the thinking. Like we want him to play less minutes, and they finally broke up Ferraro Burns, which was awesome.
Yeah, I thought actually like Middleton playing with Burns makes a lot more sense, right?
So much more sense. Like Burns Ferraro has been so bad for so long.
Yeah. And then, oh my God, guess how many minutes Burns played tonight? It did go to overtime. 30 minutes.
This is what I mean. Like
Šimik, 11:46. Vlasic, 10.5. RIP Vlasic.
Vlasic only played 10.5 minutes in a game that went to overtime, and they're missing a bunch of people.
Yep. Middleton, 21. Milosh, 20.5. And Ferraro, 24-18.
I forgot Nick Milosh was in this game.
Yes.
Again, the Brent Burns experience is thus that he has so much offense that you overlook his defense, but when it's getting closer to even,
it washed out tonight.
It did wash out. So I guess that's fair. I can't. I guess I'm just distracted by the broadcast effusively praising Brent Burns. And there's literally no criticisms, but whatever. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Do you want to talk about the Bob quote about overtime?
Let's see if the Bob quotes. We'll do all the Bob quotes here in the second section. So
we'll do a whole Bob section.
That'll be the second section. So Merkley, if you're gonna play Vlasic 10 minutes a night, just give us 10 minutes to Merkley at least. Can we you and I both did call Dzingel's gonna be playing on the second line with Couture. What do you think of Dzingel tonight?
Dahlin scratched, Merkley scratched.
Dahlin scratched.
We nailed it, baby. Yeah. I think he looks fine. Couture was playing really well.
Yes.
Rudy also, I think had a decent game.
He was okay. I think I wonder if he got a little shake because he hurt his ribs like a couple games ago, and then there's that boarding penalty that wasn't called, and you wonder if he kind of got a little shaken up from taking a boarding penalty in the same spot where you blocked a puck like less than a week ago. So I'm wondering if he was a little sore mid-game, but I think he only missed like a shift or two and then was back in playing tonight. But
yeah,
he was okay.
He did finish near the bottom of the card here. Dzingel was helpful on offense and not helpful on defense, which is the opposite of what he's been doing for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
he did draw that penalty in overtime. He did spring Gregor for a nice.
Yes, that pass was really nice.
For breakaway that Gregor, of course.
Again, the same way that we've done with Gregor had 4 breakaways. Noah Gregor go brr. That's just speed. That's it. I think the thing with Dzingel is that, again, like we talked about with Barabanov coming into the season with 9 games, and we said with Adin Hill, and we've said with other guys, 1 game doesn't make a whole season. Like if I got to see 2, 3, 4, 5, like preferably
a couple weeks worth of
5, 6. Yeah, I want to see some sustained. If he's going to kind of play like this going forward with the Sharks, a perfectly cromulent $1.1 million player. He's shooting. It's fine. It's totally fine. He's an upgrade over Lane Pedersen. He's an upgrade over Matt Nieto, Noah Gregor, Jonah Gadjevich, Jeffrey Veal, Adam Raska, the Lord. Granted, some of those guys do different things, but at the same time, he's an upgrade over them. So yeah, if he's going to do that, it's fine, but I need to see it a little bit more. But I think it was a perfectly fine debut. You got what you wanted out of a guy who just showed up a day ago.
Today was he's meeting everyone today for the first time.
So I don't think he's going to blow the doors off anybody, but I mean, he wasn't bad.
No, I thought he looked fine, and he did what was asked of him, and he drew a penalty in overtime, and he made some positive plays. So and I think once a little chemistry with Couture, you could see something happening there. So, but Kyle, you think those guys are hungry after playing overtime in a shootout game?
Yeah. Do you think they have a pizza flavored Built Bar?
That would be very interesting. Yes.
The good thing is that they don't have disgusting flavors. Or if they have one you don't like if you're not a fan of cherry barcia, you're not a fan of double chocolate because that's weird. If you're not a fan of peanut butter, there's lots of other flavors. Coconut brownie, it's caramel. There's plain coconut. There's all sorts of different things that you can try. And Built Bar also has Built Puffs, which is the first ever protein-infused marshmallow. And we can both attest that it is marshmallowy. So if you're not a fan of the traditional protein bar, you can still get your protein in puff form. They're very fluffy. They are still covered in 100% real chocolate, which is nice. So you get that good taste. And they come with cool flavors. There's cinnamon churro, which rules. There's coconut marshmallow, banana cream pie. There's more. So you got to go to built.com to check out the different flavors. They might be your new favorite. Who knows? But the good thing is that the other flavors are still there too. Get a mix box. Get the simpler one box that you want. Those ones are all covered in 100% real chocolate. And the puffs and the regular protein bars, they only contain about 130 calories. 4 grams of sugar, 4 net carbs, and 17 grams of protein. Typical candy bar. 240 calories, 30 grams of sugar, dozens of net carbs. So it's a little healthy alternative. You're still doing new year, new me. Throw that in your rotation. Maybe you want to just dip your toes into the protein world or a little bit of different eating. Diets are different for everybody. This could be a nice little addition. So you just got to go to built.com and figure out what you like. And when you're at built.com, use promo code LOCKED15 and get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15, LOCKED15 for 15% off at built.com. I do the one thing though. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't think if that's the Dzingel we get, that's a worthy top 6 guy.
Oh no, of course not. But
okay, well, I'm just putting it out there because we live in a hot take world with hot takery.
Yeah, no, but could be found money type of thing where you find a useful player for the year. I don't think you're gonna be able to flip him or anything, but at least
he pots a couple goals.
He pots a couple goals. He literally was on waivers 24 hours ago, but
GMs are stupid.
Yeah, GMs are very stupid. So you package him up with somebody else, and here, take Baraban off and Dzingel and enjoy. So enjoy 2 players for $2 million, basically. So, but I mean, we'll see. He can be found money. So
yeah. And if he's on patrolling your third line, gives you a little bit of offense, can play on power play too.
The Sharks are gonna have 7 third line players here soon.
Well, it's the reality of the world they're living in.
Yes.
But on a real team, if he's just chilling on your third line or your fourth line, I don't think that's the end of the world. The problem is that they're going to shoehorn him into the top 6 because he's scored 20 goals a million years ago. Yep. And so now he's in your top 6. But Kevin Labanc coming back
mid-March, and Erik Karlsson getting reevaluated next week.
So the report was today, Erik Karlsson and Kevin Labanc both skated for the first time since they both went down with injuries. Erik Karlsson is ahead of schedule. Kevin Labanc, I think, is on schedule. Yeah. Adin Hill was also on the ice, even though he got put on injured reserve as well. So
we'll see.
Erik Karlsson back in time to ruin the draft deck.
Just single-handedly. What did Shang put out? What they're like 1 now? I guess they're 1-4-4 now since Karlsson got hurt.
1-4-4. No, he's been out longer than 9 games.
Whatever the 22nd. Wait. No, it's only it hasn't been.
He's only been out since January 22nd.
Yeah, and he had the All-Star break in there. They missed 2 weeks, so at times
it's felt like forever.
It has felt like forever, but
they're like 1-4-5 or something in their last 9, something or last 10, something egregious like that.
So miss us with the Erik Karlsson is bad takes. You can get on it.
Well, this season we are right in our
we will not look at other seasons. Bob Boughner. Okay, what is Bob Boughner? The Bob Boughner quote of the day. The bugs. Okay. Boogie. I got to scroll back to the beginning. So Boughner said Boughner. I say Boughner, but some people say Bugner. It's really weird. Quote, story of the game is we played really, really well. We stuck up for each other. If we continue to play that hard,
Well, Middleton. No,
Gadjevich
Gadjevich fought the dude after Dzingel.
This
If we continue to play that hard, clean up a few areas, we'll get a fair share of our points down the stretch. I don't know about that. He said, "I thought we played well enough to win."
Okay.
I'll agree with that. Not a five. The problem is that not at 5v5. The power play really masked a lot of the issues.
Yeah,
at 5v5.
which was kind of surprised, especially with how bad the Sharks power plays looked recently, and then how good Anaheim's power play, and the Sharks shut them out tonight, which was really surprising. And actually, like the Sharks faceoffs though were a mess. Like all three of the Ducks goals came off of faceoffs in overtime or in their offensive zone that they scored on, where people weren't in the right position or just didn't get to the puck and so and what did Boughner say?
You can't rely on your power play to bail you out every game.
No, especially the Sharks power play, which has been so streaky.
Yeah,
they had a month where they gave up more shorthanded goals than they scored power play goals. You cannot rely on your power play.
So I'm a little hesitant to say they played well enough to win. I think they played better and they put themselves in a better position to win, especially not being down 2-0 after the first period. But
yes.
The 5-on-play play is going to be cut. This is where I'm confused. Boughner on OTPP. We had a couple good looks, but it's hard to generate 4-on-3. Our big guys were tired at the end of the game. Let's be honest. Well, maybe don't play Brent Burns 1,000 minutes a game, you guy. Also, it's not harder to generate 4-on-3. It's actually statistically easier. There's more ice.
Yeah. Or call a timeout. You had your timeout if you wanted to rest your guys.
Or go... Well, it'd be nice if they had their fourth leading scorer, Jonathan Dahl, in there to take some time. But, I mean, go Burns, Middleton, Hertl,
so the
Banov, and
the first power play was Couture, Hertl, Couture, Hertl, Timo, Burns.
Okay, maybe take one of them off there. Take one of the centers off.
Yeah, take Hertl off and put Banov.
Yeah. Then you can have Hertl, Balsers, maybe leave a little Timo action.
Yeah, have Timo run. Yeah.
Middleton, I understand.
Or Couture, who's hot tonight, just Couture's got 2 goals tonight. Hey.
Yeah.
It's
a little nitpicky, but at the same time, I don't really like it's harder to score 4-on-3, hard to generate 4-on-3. Not for me.
Timo had 9 shots tonight.
Yeah, Timo's an animal. His hockey stat card was also through the roof bonkers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, the dude is just an absolute machine. They scored 3 goals. All 3 on the power play? 2 on the power play?
No, 1 on the power play.
2 on the power play.
Is it 1 or 2? I should know this.
Really
1 on the power play.
Yeah,
they were 1 for 5 on the power play, and then the rest were 5 for 5. So
I just don't understand how you've lost 6 in a row.
7.
Well, coming into the game.
Yes.
And you scratch 2 guys who are going to give you offense, and you're struggling to get offense. And I know they scored 3 goals tonight, but that's not indicative of the larger trend.
You also, the same person gave up 3 goals. So you had no offense outside of Brent Burns when Brent Burns was on the ice and could. So granted, he was on the ice for half the game, but
yeah, I just don't know how many times you got to watch Noah Gregor do a deke and get stoned before you think that you could do something else. I guess I just wish that there was more. I don't know, openness, but Bob said that Dahlin needed to go to the 4th down and get sent a message. Why not just scratch him last game if this was your idea? Because sending him down to the 4th game last time and giving him some sort of playing your way out hope is just dumb when you scratch him the next game anyway.
Agreed.
So I don't know. I'm just confused. When you're tanking and losing, it's more fun to watch the kids and learn what you got. We did this last time. I don't want to watch the old vets.
This isn't our first rodeo with the tank.
God.
Right?
Anyway, if you want to gamble on the Sharks the rest of the way, money against,
please,
you can do that. Bet online. It's where it's at, baby. Football's done, but you know what's right around the corner, JD? Mr. Vasectomy himself. March Madness.
Yeah.
And pro basketball. It's coming back. All-Star game's over. So you got both of them coming up. Hockey's still going on. You're not going to be able to bet on baseball this year unless you can bet on college baseball wherever you're from. But from all the latest odds, totals, player performance props to where the next fired coach is going to land or the next coach that's fired, always a fun prop. BetOnline.net is the number one spot for all your sports betting needs. Can't speak. BetOnline remains the best spot for all your sports scores, podcasts, and news this season. And like I said, it's not just basketball. BetOnline.net has hockey, boxing, UFCA, which is also UFC, maybe cricket, maybe Polish Hockey League, KHL, if it wasn't over. Footy, I don't know. Check it out. They also have your favorite Vegas casino games. They got everything. So head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends and action. Bet online where the game starts.
With the ever-increasing number of makes and models, it's now impossible for your local chain auto parts store to stock all the parts you need. Why endure the often pointless and seemingly intimidating questioning? Is your Odyssey an LX or an EX? And wait while the person behind the board orders the parts on the computer, choosing the only brand their warehouse happens to carry. You have computers with access to rockauto.com at home and in your pocket. Great thing about rockauto.com, you can save time and money when using it. You can spend up to 30, 50, even 100% less when you use for the same parts than you would from a chain store or car dealership. Example, that Odyssey fuel pump, $353 from a chain store, $216 from rockauto.com. Rock Auto is a family business serving do-it-yourselfers for over 20 years. Rock Auto prices are reliably low for every customer. They've got everything you need from brake parts, tail lamps, motor oil, even new carpet. So go explore their easy-to-use website today and find the solution to your auto parts needs. Go to rockauto.com right now. See all the parts available for your car or truck. Right, locked on in their How Did You Hear About Us box. That way they know we sent you. Amazing selection, reliably low prices, all the parts your car will ever need. rockauto.com. So,
Hertl, out of here?
Huh?
Hertl, out of here?
Oh, yeah. I do appreciate some of the, like, local guys are like today we're like, yeah, the Sharks need to blow it up, and we're just like, yes.
Shout out to you.
Yes.
Splash Father. Shout out to you, Dieter.
Yeah.
Dieter, not Dieter.
Dieter, sorry. Dieter. Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Dieter,
yeah, coming to our quarters.
Dieter Kurtenbach is an aggressive German name, just for the record.
Go Lockdown Warriors, go check them out. So
yeah. Dieter. Brian. Join the resistance. Welcome.
Yes, welcome. We have punch and pie. More people will come if you say you have punch and pie.
Welcome, comrades.
Yes.
Down with capitalism here at Lockdown.
No, next game though, big game in the Tankathon standings.
Oh yeah, this is important for not winning purposes. Well, it is important for winning purposes, but not for playoff purposes. Also, today Micah, Ineffective Math, he does a whole bunch of fancy nerd shit. Check him out. He's really nice. 3.6% for the Sharks' chances to make the playoffs. I imagine before today's game, I imagine the 3.6% hinged a lot on a lot of other teams losing. Primarily teams like the Ducks, who they're chasing.
Oh, that
the
team.
Canucks, the Kings. Oh, the Ducks. I wonder what they're up to these days.
Yeah.
How's Trevor Zegras doing? Trevor Zegras and Rickard Rakell were just absolutely filthy in the shootout. It reminds me of when Once Upon a Time, Jonas Donskoy, and then the artist formerly known as Ryan Donato.
Donato had some of the most ridiculous shootout goals.
How's he doing with the Kraken? I'm assuming.
I don't think he scored no, Donato's doing okay. Donskoy, I know he hadn't scored a goal yet this year. Famously hadn't scored a goal yet this year. But
remember when Locked On Avalanche said that trading for Tomas Hertl would be like trading for Jonas Donskoy 2.0? Cool. Tell me you don't listen.
Yes.
Okay, I'll throw heat on other podcasts. They don't listen to us. We're the content boys. We do what we want.
But it'd be really fun to watch in a shootout. Jonathan Dahlin, man. I just if only he was available to you at any point. But yeah, just the guy with super silky moves and yeah.
Ryan Donato has 11 goals, 7 assists for 18 points in 47 games and is a casual minus 15. He has 28 PIMs. But he plays 13-34 a night, and he's taken 110 shots, which is good for third on the team. Eberle's taken 2 more, and McCann has taken 126. Jeez. What's going on there? He's shooting 10%. Damn. Ryan Donato. Anyway,
So final thoughts. Are we?
Please, we're at the point. You just got to you got to snap their necks like a dying deer in the woods.
Yes, we don't want to hear any more of the oh, what about the no.
Playoffs are gone.
Playoffs are gone.
I don't care. For all of you that stuck with the content boys when we were
actually, it's funny because since they've been bad, our listenership's been up a bunch. So it's like good for you guys, the true heroes.
Yeah, you're the real MVPs. We'll be back with more draft coverage starting next week because the schedule spreads out. So we'll have more draft profiles and trade deadline and stuff. But I think at this point, if a team comes along and is like, "Hey, Nick Bonino, we'll take him," you just give him away. Hey, James Reimer, have him.
Basically,
Cogliano. Yeah. I think at this point we'll do a more in-depth trade thing. But I think at this point you've got to be looking at for sure Reimer, Bonino, Cogliano. Nieto,
Barabanov.
Yeah, Barabanov, but I'm unsure if they want to trade him.
If
Rudy
gives you enough, if someone offers you a second round pick for Barabanov,
yeah, if somebody offers you enough for anybody, but I think those guys are the guys that like you're basically just being like, here, take them off our hands. And obviously,
I'm worried though because with both Nieto and Bonino, they both have they're on 2-year contracts.
Yeah, so tough. I guess more realistically, was Reimer also signed for 2 years? I believe he was.
Reimer was also signed for 2 years, but
Cogliano.
Cogliano's on it. Yeah, Cogliano's expiring. Reimer, though, you could see where if maybe a team's a little unsure about their goaltending, like
Edmonton. Where you at, homies?
Yeah,
Toronto. Jack Campbell's a fraud.
Yep. But yeah, bring Reimer home.
Yeah, there you go. The Bring Reimer Home campaign. He's better than a Zamboni driver.
Yeah. Can't confirm.
So yeah, Barabanov, Cogliano are on 1 year. Is Rudy?
No.
Oh my god. And then obviously Tomas Hertl.
The big piece. So
I think 7 in a row. I think we're gonna start seeing some shifting in the sands of the contract talks where we'll find out more because we're kind of in the dark right now. The Sharks and the agent came out, the Sharks came out. We kind of had those little opening salvos. Yeah. Across shots across the bow there on either side. But watch Pierre LeBrun's Twitter account. If the fourth period tweets something about Tomas Hertl, just ignore it. They released a whole article that had nothing new. Shang, Pierre LeBrun's the official mouthpiece, but then Shang would be a good resource on this. He has connections and stuff like that. And then Elliot Freeman would probably be the only other one. Maybe Chris Johnston. Those guys typically when it comes to the Sharks, if Elliot Freeman or Chris Johnston or somebody, I guess they're not on the same team anymore. So yeah, Chris Johnston works for TSN. So if Chris Johnston has something and he tweets it, Pierre LeBrun might retweet it. So just keep an eye on Pierre LeBrun and Shang.
Pierre's the guy for this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a sad day.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm fine. At the end of the day, I cheer for the.
We're gonna have a lot of friends from Brooklyn really soon.
If I didn't get to see Joe Thornton or Owen Nolan win a Stanley Cup, I am not too heartbroken about Tomas Hertl not winning a Stanley Cup. But
when William Eklund wins one, we are gonna cry like babies because that is our guy.
He knows we exist.
He knows. That's our guy.
That is our guy.
Let's get out of here.
Yep. Do you like to talk about William Eklund on the internet with us?
And to everybody who's really sad, just think Eklund thoughts. That is my advice to you. Just think Eklund thoughts.
Yeah. Locked on Sharks, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All of our work goes up there. We interact. We're active. We do stuff. We're spry. Good word, spry. YouTube, Locked on Sharks, if you like to watch two spry white dudes getting it on.
We're almost at 600.
We're almost at 600, which means we're only a 400 and change away from making money.
Yeah, we're like 17 away from 600.
You can see, as JD liked to point it out, you can see my Christmas card that's been here the whole time. I also have a Peloton, a TV, an old school radiator, and then this time you can see actually this duvet cover that's teal. Well, it's not teal. It's more like an aquamarine and white that I got from my girlfriend.
It does really go well with our kind of background here and everything.
It does.
Too, so, yeah. And
JD usually is in his kitchen with his cookie jars, but sometimes he records from a different spot if we do it at a weird day.
Yeah, it's all coffee stuff, and then there's more coffee stuff behind me, and then there's my Tomas Hertl bobblehead right here, which is
just lurking in the window.
Just lurking.
You should burn it when he gets traded in effigy.
With this jersey, just burn it. No.
Yeah.
Throw it on the ice. I'm going to go full leaves. I'll throw it on the ice.
Oh my God. Remember when the Sharks beat them in like the 5th game of the season and people threw jerseys on the ice? I was sick. Simpler
times when William Eklund was here.
When we were texting each other, should we record an emergency vibes podcast? That was like a Friday night, and we did.
Yes.
No Analysis, Just Vibes is one of the best titles. Anyway, if you're listening to us, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, the usual suspects, leave us a review. JD said that somebody did leave us a review.
Yeah, we'll
read it on the next one.
Yeah, on Friday. Friday we'll read reviews because it usually takes like 24 hours for the reviews to show up. So
there we go.
Leave us a review. We'll read it on Friday with our
JD,
after our 3-star fries of the week, whatever we do.
Fries, not stars. We're cool
fries.
and edgy, like a startup. JD's at my fry hole.
Kyle is at Kyle Demetrius. Thank you for making us your first listen. Go check out Locked On Fantasy Hockey. I think the fantasy hockey playoffs are coming off. I don't up soon. Kyle will probably know more about that. But yeah, go check out. They have some new hosts, so they revamped it. So go check out Fantasy Hockey, Locked On Fantasy Hockey. Go check out any of the other amazing shows on the Locked On Network, like Locked On Isles. Gil does a great job over there. If you want to learn more about the Isles, who are in a very similar situation to the Sharks right now, or any of the other amazing podcasts on the network, such as
Locked On Tar Heels.
Tua Tagovailoa's brother.
He plays for the Tar Heels basketball team.
The football team. He's the quarterback. So
weird. I was talking about basketball because college is coming up.
Yeah.
Tar Heels. What's a Tar Heel? It's a question for a different day. That's your home.
It's something. Oh, I got confused. I was thinking the Terrapins. Anyway,
a terrapin is a
it's turtle. A turtle. Yeah, that's where Tua's brother plays for. The Tar Heels. It's something about like the Revolutionary War or something like that. With like,
of course it is.
Yes. So
of course it is.
Of course. So
all right. Go.
Bye, friends.
Paul Revere did nothing wrong.